The United States is the largest exporter of foods in the world. Last year, we sold $135.5 billion worth of it worldwide. With so much food being produced in the United States, one would expect a great deal of care to go into the production and shipment of this food worldwide. However, this is not the case. The United States often uses overly toxic pesticides in order to protect the plants, and these pesticides that are supposed to help protect the plants and therefore protect us actually end up hurting people and the environment. Due to the various ways that pesticides often hurt humans as well as the environment, I would advocate that the United States federal government should pass laws to prohibit the use of pesticides that are known to cause these harms to individuals as well as the environment. The first contention is these pesticides cause lasting harm and lasting damage to the human body. Shuleya Yazikaluju, a researcher for surveying geology and mining ecology management, stated the following at an international multidisciplinary scientific geoconference in 2013. Adverse health effects, including reproductive failures, tumor induction, endocrine disruption, cancers, can occur. Some epidemiologists studies have linked OC pesticides with several hormone-related cancers, including breast cancer and prostate cancer. OC pesticides have also been demonstrated to be neurotoxic, cause oxidative stress, and to damage the dopaminergic system. So, how often do these harms to humans actually occur? We know they can be serious and even fatal, but how often do they actually happen? Well, according to a study conducted by CDC researcher Dr. Gonza Numala, it is apparent that in 2013, apparently 2 million exposures were reported to in 2013, of approximately 2 million exposures that were reported to the U.S. Poison Control Centers, approximately 3% were attributed to acute exposures to pesticides. Pesticides were also the 8th most frequent category of substance of poison exposure to children under the age of 5, and the 7th most frequent category of poison exposure to adults over the age of 20. During 2013, a total of 15,430 pesticide-related illnesses or injuries were documented from 79,405 single-substance pesticide exposure calls. Those results consisted of 13,313 minor health outcomes, which are mostly denoted as things like nausea and vomiting, 2,095 major and moderate health outcomes, and even 22 deaths. So, while many of these cases don't actually result in death, we can see that pesticides still cause great harm to the human body whenever a human is exposed to them. So, the second contention is that these pesticides cause lasting harm to the environment that many people are trying to protect. In a 2018 study, Oxford University professor Lu Zhang says, in China, estimates indicate that contaminated arable land by pesticides is 150 million acres, which actually accounts for 3.8% of total arable land in the nation. In addition, nearly half of all groundwater resources have been inordinately polluted by agricultural chemicals, which seriously threaten the safety of drinking water in China, especially in rural areas. Also, according to Christianos A. Damales, who heads the Department of Agricultural Development at the Democratis University of Thrace, says that the use of pesticides have been linked with the following negative impacts on the environment. Firstly, adverse health effects for non-target organisms. Secondly, water contamination from mobile pesticides or from pesticidal drift. Third, air pollution from volatile pesticides. Fourth, injury on non-target plants from herbicidal drift. Fifth, injury to crops from herbicides residues which remained in the field. And sixth, crop injury due to high application rates, wrong application timing, or unfavorable environmental conditions at and after pesticide application. All of these things compound over time as we continue to use these pesticides. These effects on the environment simply increase. They kill more animals over time, and they harm more plants and pollute more of the groundwater and resources that we need to keep on producing food cleanly and safely. So it is clear that these pesticides cause damage not only to both humans and the environment, just to both humans and the environment. The continued use of these pesticides while we have the knowledge of the damage that they cause is irresponsible at best. This is why the United States government should put laws into place in order to ban these overly toxic pesticides.